All right, Kelly, before we get into the update, will you give us the recap on George's situation from last week?
Yeah, so he was just trying to get back out there after a rough breakup, and he was taking a woman that he works with out this weekend. He's kind of worried, though, that he had forgotten how to kiss, if it leads up to that at the end of the night.
Right.
He was wondering, is it just like riding a bike? He didn't want to inherit any nicknames after this weekend around the office if it didn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
So we were hoping it went well.
Yep.
Did it?
So we got a message from George late last night. Said, "Hi, Ben and Kelly. Thanks for following up with me. The date went well. So that's good.
Yay.
But I have a question about something that happened."
Oh, my God.
We went to dinner, had great conversation, and I felt comfortable with her.
Great.
I could tell she was having fun, too. Everything seemed easy. I was putting a little pressure on myself because of how well the night was going to not screw it up by doing...
Oh, gosh. Just don't start thinking about it, George. Just enjoy the moment.
By doing or saying something that would be an instant turnoff. Mm-hmm. I asked her if she wants to go from dinner to another spot to grab dessert and some drinks. Mm-hmm. Because I know the manager there, and he can hook us up.
Nice. Makes you look good, right? Like I know people.
Sure. We settle up and head out. We get to the next spot, and something must have happened between dinner and dessert because her attitude kind of changed. I'm not sure if I did anything wrong or not, but I try to make the best of it and order some dessert. Well, my friend wasn't working that night, so unfortunately I couldn't get the hookup.
Oh, dang. What if it was like really pricey? And,
right.
Like banking on the hookup to make that work?
He said, but the dessert was fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, we stumble through the rest of the night. She thanks me for inviting her out and gives me a little hug.
What happened?
She says she has a big day the next day and needs to get home and to bed. So I didn't get a kiss, and I thought everything was going well. Do you know what could have happened that changed her mood mid-date? You're asking us this?
Well, I was going to say we weren't there to see any of this. So, I don't know if I could read any cues.
He said,
I have no idea.
He finishes up, said, I've been out of the game for a while, so I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but this confused me. Thanks again, and I hope to have a second date with her soon. George.
So everything, at what point did it start to, did he feel a change?
He said from dinner to dessert.
Dinner and dessert. Her attitude changed.
So they took, sounds like they took different cars? I don't know. I'm assuming that, I guess.
No, I don't think they did. He said something must have happened.
Huh. All right, well, maybe she got maybe she got a text from her other boyfriend and was like, ooh, I need to be there now. Got to wrap this up.
Or maybe the next place they were going to, maybe like an ex-boyfriend worked there.
Ooh.
And she was going to feel awkward about it.
All right. So, George, we're going to still need another follow-up from you, man.
Oh, gosh.
You can't leave us hanging like that, all right? So, so see what you can find out at work today, and we'll check in with you either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah, we're just as confused as you because, A, we weren't actually there.
I know. I mean, I want to know, though, what is the most awkward first date you've been on? Because it sounds like George had things were going well.
Yeah.
But then something happened and it turned awkward.
Yeah, and we can't seem to figure it out because from his account, I don't see any major red flags.
There was nothing that he said.
No.
That would have, he didn't talk about what they talked about or like what he was wearing or what she was wearing or anything that was happening around them. So, we really are clueless as to what could have happened.
Yeah, we can only speculate at this point about her having either an ex or dating someone else. That's where our mind goes.
Ray texted and said, my son said, what if she had to take a number 2?
Well, that could very well be. Could have made her uncomfortable. What do I do? Not feeling great.
Nikki said, did he pay or ask her to split? That might have been a game changer.
Oh,
you know what? That is an interesting statement that he said. What did he say in the email where we settled up?
Yes.
We settle up and head out. Settle up. Well, why would he have said that? I know. All right.
Well, I mean, that's one way of saying we paid the bill.
Yeah, that's true.
So I didn't read, that didn't stick out to me.
That doesn't necessarily mean that he
made her pay for
made
part
her
of it.
pay for part. Yeah, I don't know. But
and he seemed like he's a little old school, so I don't think he would allow her to pay on a first date.
Dan said he probably made her pay for her meal. Interesting.
I don't get that vibe from him.
All right.
I would be surprised if he didn't understand
right.
the assignment when you ask someone out that you pay for her.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to hear from your awkward first dates. Oh my gosh, we'll get to Sarah's here in just a second. Hang on to that. Oh my gosh. First date at Drake's. I love that. All right. Well.
Okay.
All right. So that and we'll get to more here coming up next on that awkward first date stories.
I had like two.
Okay.
So the one was, he picked me up with zero plan.
Oh, God.
So we drove around for 2 hours trying to decide where to eat and ended up at McDonald's.
Oh. Which
we did not go out again.
Look, I mean, if McDonald's is the expectation in front, whatever. That's great.
Yes.
Hey, let's sit up.
But when it's where you settle after 2 hours of driving around and now you're hangry.
Right.
Didn't go out again. And then another time, there was, I had actually driven like an hour to go on a date with this guy. And 30 minutes into it, he's like, so how do you think it's going? Do you think we're going to go out again? That answer was no.
Was the guy... I remember you telling me a story about a guy that you went out with, and I don't know if it was a first date or not, so maybe this doesn't fall in that category. That was like, I can't believe I'm going out with Kelly Kay.
No, that was about third date. That did not last much longer after that, too. Bless his heart. That was sweet.
I can't believe I'm going out with Kelly Kay. Yeah.
Man, he was real self-conscious.
He had told all his friends, too. You know that. You know what? Who I'm going out with? Man.
That made it weird.
Yeah, I bet. So, anyways, Sarah texted us and said, went to Drake's with a guy on a first date. After he took his first drink of beer, burped mouth open, didn't say excuse me.
Oh, gosh. Come on now. We need to pull out our best manners on our first dates.
I sometimes catch myself because we're a little cash at my house. With doing that in public. And I need to also remind my daughters who picked up on that casual attitude.
Absolutely.
That, hey, sometimes in public, you gotta reserve yourself a little bit more,
My daughter can belch with the best of them.
I know.
If there was a contest, she'd probably win.
John texted, said, girl asked me to go to a party with her first date. We didn't really hit it off, but I spent the whole time at the party talking to her cousin. 22 years later, her cousin and I are still married.
Oh, wow.
And the girl who asked me to go to the party with her doesn't talk to us anymore.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Oh. All right. I guess that's kind of an awkward first date because, you know what? And I'm going to go ahead and say this, my prom was a first date with this girl in high school for me because...
Oh, that didn't go well.
It didn't. No, it didn't. Because it was the first time we'd ever gone out. We were going out as friends to prom. It was fun. She was excited. I was excited. Then I see my ex-girlfriend at prom, and I decided to start dancing with her. And
that was not good. That's probably the point where the night went south for you.
Yeah, and I don't think I recognized it at the time, but looking back on it, you see it with clearer goggles and clearer vision.
Oh, yeah. Everybody could have seen that. Yeah.
Got another message from a listener. Awkward first date. We're at a restaurant. She went on her phone and started swiping through dating apps. Rip me. She's like, well, this isn't going to go too far, so let me just kill two birds with one stone here and just see who's in the vicinity.
Oh, my gosh. Can't even wait until the date is done. I am checking out mentally. What else is out there?
Let's see. Bold.
Yeah, it is. That is a clear sign
my
of
gosh.
where the date goes south. Oh, dang. Oh, my God. That's like the ultimate insult, isn't it? I mean, and again, have our manners. Mm-hmm. That's not good manners.
All right. So anyways, if you want to continue messaging in, you can. And like I said, we'll have to try to get a third follow-up or a second follow-up from George and see what happened. Maybe you can check, talk to her today at work or be like, hey, I thought everything went well. What changed?
Oh, gosh. One more from Lisa. At the restaurant, he grabs my hand and starts making me feel all the metal plates in his face from a wreck he had as a kid.
Oh, gosh.
That sounds like, wow, that's a lot, but very personal for a first date.
Yeah.
To be feeling all over the face.
Yeah, at least a second date, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. So anyways, 502-519-9970.